Hey there, if you're not using a personal financial budget to manage your money, you need to start using one. My name is Steve Coughran. I'm the founder of Boosting Your Financial IQ. And in this episode, I'm going to show you a simple way to create a personal financial budget. And I say simple because there's so many tools out there that make it so complex. And that's why so many people do not use a budget. So I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm going to walk you through exactly how you could determine your monthly spend, your break-even point, and opportunities to get more out of your money and to save more and to get closer to financial freedom and to build that security that you need in order to thrive and to achieve financial abundance. So let's jump into today's episode. Do you know how much more confident you are going to feel when you get control of your finances? I can tell you the only way to get control of your finances and to feel empowered is by understanding your monthly inflows and outflows. I've always created a budget. When I was a kid, I kept it in a little ledger, like graph paper notebook. But as time has gone on, I've tried different types of software. I built it in Excel, which I'm going to show you here. But when I have my budget in place and when I'm following it, I feel so much better. I feel so much more empowered, in control of my financial state. When I slack in this area, things can get sloppy really quickly and money can go out the door and you don't even realize where your money is going and where it's being used. And that could be really problematic. So let's get control of your finances. I'm going to show you really quick how to create a simple financial budget that you can use and implement in your life today. Before we jump in, just remember that this is just for educational purposes. If you want to learn more about our privacy policy and our terms of use, you can find that information at byfiq.com. Okay, so now let's jump into the Excel template. So make sure you have it downloaded so you could either follow along or you could get into it right after this video and you could create your budget without procrastinating any longer. All right, let's go. Welcome to this financial budget that I have created just for you. So make sure, like I said, you download it and make sure you use it. You can modify it however you want to fit your needs, but I think this is a pretty good start to help you go down the path of creating your own personal financial budget. And remember, getting control of your finances so you can feel more empowered. So let me explain this spreadsheet. All my spreadsheets are built the same, but there's some instructions up here. The blue cells down here, the blue cells with blue font, those represent input cells. The black cells represent formula cells. So you don't want to change those. You just want to use the blue cells to make your inputs. You can always add rows. You could add columns. You can manipulate this. This will give you a great start. Right now, it is January 2023. So I'll just update that. Just put 123 and you can see that changed my dates. The key with the budget though is like, skip the whole annual process. So many people, they set New Year's resolutions. They create budgets at the beginning of the year. Get rid of that whole practice. Just make it rolling, make an ongoing part of your life. Same with setting goals. You don't have to wait till December or January to set resolutions and goals. Do that all the time. So the same thing is true with the budget. Do it every single month. So as one month drops off, a new month comes on. And some people build it out 24 or 36 months, and that's great because that's what I do in business, and that's really important. But you want to make sure this is rolling and 1 month drops off, 1 month comes on. You always have a 12-month look ahead into the future, and even better, 24 or 36 months. All right, for here, we just have 12 months going across. And I'm going to walk you through the bones and the structure of this budget. And then I'm going to get in here and plug in actual numbers and show you how this works. I'm going to go quick. I talk quick because I get all excited and passionate, but you can slow this down. You can put it on speed 0.5, or you can speed it up to speed 3 if you really want to get crazy. Hear me speak like a chipmunk. Okay. So the first area is recurring. This includes recurring inflows or outflows within your life, things that happen on a regular basis. Then down here, we have the non-reoccurring section. These are like one-off inflows. You get a tax refund that's not occurring every single month, or you get money from an insurance claim. These are just non-reoccurring things and non-reoccurring expenses. Maybe you're paying for tuition for a couple more months, and then it's going to go away. That's why I separate it in recurring and non-reoccurring, because I want to see what's happening every single month for sure. And then down below are kind of like the good and bad surprises that I account for. Okay. Then within the recurring section, I have my gross income. and then I have avoidable expenses, and then non-avoidable expenses. And it's important on your budget to break that out once again, because avoidable expenses are things that we can avoid. They're discretionary. Non-avoidable expenses are things it's like, hey, if you don't pay this, you're not going to have a place to live, or you're not going to have car insurance. So when you break out your expenses like this, instead of just lumping them all together, you can start to see, what is my monthly nut? What's my break even? How much money do I need to bring in just to cover my non-avoidable expenses? And then up here, your avoidable expenses, this is where you have wiggle room. And this is where you can start being more mindful of your money that's going out the door. And hopefully you can create some savings here so you can start building that freedom and financial security that you're looking for. So that's how it's broken down: avoidable expenses, then non-avoidable expenses. And then, like I said, you have the recurring and then you have the non-recurring. So all you do in this model is you just come in here and you just input stuff in blue. Now, if you've never built a budget before, don't procrastinate. Don't wait until you have all the data and the exact number and you're waiting to find your pay stub. Just come in here and just put numbers in. Just start rough. I call it rough and dirty. Just start dirty here. Put numbers in, even if it's rounded, and then you're going to fine tune it, because every month you're going to measure. And then as you measure, you're going to tighten this up. So many people just wait until everything's perfect, till they have all the information, till they have all their receipts added up. Well, trust me, if you wait, another month's going to go by, another month's going to go by, another month's going to go by. And guess what? You are not going to have a budget. So just get started. Let's just say you come in here and you could put gross wages in here and then take out taxes, or you could put your net income. That's fine too, after taxes. However you want to do it. Like I said, you can modify this to fit your needs. But real quick, you could come in here, let's say $10,000 investment income, you get $150. Maybe you pay child support, okay? Maybe you have to pay $1,500 a month in child support, or maybe you get child support. So maybe you get like $1,500 a month in child support, and then you take out taxes. You could find this on your paycheck, but let's just say $3,250 comes out in taxes. This gives me my net income. I can highlight this all the way over, hit Control R, that copies it over. Now, obviously, if these things vary, you're going to want to change that month over month. So maybe child support drops off here to $750. Maybe a kid leaves the house. So you could update this month over month, and you could change all these fields. But I'm just doing a quick and dirty analysis. Down here, you're going to have things like dry cleaning, $50 a month, entertainment, maybe you spend $200, household items, $600. And note here, household, I just lump everything together. I used to go through and have different categories, but then when I was ordering on Amazon and going to the grocery store or Target, nowadays you buy groceries, you're buying a hairdryer. You're not me. You're not buying a hairdryer for this, tell you that. But you're buying other things that are just lumped together, and it's hard to break it out. So you may just have a lump sum line item called household. You just dump everything there. Like I said, it's just about getting started. Don't try to create too many line items. Make it all complex. Just get the numbers down. Later on, if you want to break out this category, you could create more line items, and that's totally cool. So you go through here, 200, parking, self-care, subscriptions. You add all these things up. Okay. Control R copies it over. And then you go down here, the same kind of thing. I'm just going through this quick. Auto lease, fuel, 250. Auto insurance is 150. You account for auto maintenance, $10 in fees. Charitable contributions, maybe you contribute some money to your church. Groceries, $800. Groceries are so expensive now. Health insurance, $300. Life insurance, $100. Interest expense. You have your mortgage and utilities. Just making these up, okay? Just for the model's sake. You're going to want to go through here and put numbers in, change it month over month. And then you come down here. Maybe you're expecting a tax refund of $5,000, and maybe you have an insurance claim coming your way for $7,000. You could just add it in ad hoc month over month. Same thing with education. Maybe you have tuition due here, and you have another tuition payment due, and you're like, yeah, right, Steve, I wish. I wish it was $2,000. And then maybe you're doing some remodeling here, and you're going to buy a laptop here. Oops. Okay, so there you see it. Now I have everything added up. Once again, You can see your net income up top. You can look and see what are your avoidable expenses a month. These are your discretionary items. This is where you could tighten things up. You can save a little bit of money. Down here, you have your non-avoidable expenses. These are your fixed costs. They're not going anywhere. You can't really tighten these up. Maybe there's some things you can cut here, but ultimately you add these things together. These are your recurring expenses. They're happening every single month. This tells you how much you have left in savings or a deficit. You account for these non-reoccurring things. And then at the very bottom, you have your total savings and your loss. So this will help you know, okay, are you in the red these months? And maybe that's fine because you're going to use some savings. But if you're in the red every single month, you're going to have to go back up and either boost your income, go get another job, get a second job, get an entirely different job, retool yourself, learn some skills, boost your financial IQ, whatever it is. But you're going to need to increase your income or reduce your expenses. So you are in the black down here. And then down here, what I have is just this little fun break-even calculator where you have total expenses. This adds up everything. Just plug in a tax rate, and this will tell you how much income is required based on your expenses in order to break even. So right here, my expenses in this example are $93,000 a year. At a 30% tax rate, I need $134,000 in income in order to break even. Okay, gross income. And you could change this, say my tax rate's here, and you can modify this and change that up. All right, so I have another course at byfiq.com. It's free if you want to dive deeper into how to create a personal budget. For this episode, I went really quick to keep your interest, but hopefully this gave you enough to realize like, hey, look, you could build a budget super quick. And then once it's in place, start fine tuning it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just roll something out and then fine tune it month over month over month. And you're going to get control of your finances. You're going to feel so much better, so much more empowered. So don't delay, take the control back, take the power back and move forward. I hope this helped you. Please check out the other resources at byfiq.com if you want to learn more. All right, there you have it. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and you're on your way to creating your very own personal financial budget. If you got value out of this video, go ahead and click that like button. And also, I'd love to hear from you, so leave your comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you get notified every time I drop a video just like this. And if you're already a member of the Boosting Your Financial IQ community, thank you for following me. Thanks for your support. If you are not, go to byfiq.com where you can sign up for free today. Thanks and take care.